Hey bros, in this video, Robert Andre unboxes and reviews the TSD Zombie Killer Airsoft gun. And then he battles some zombies. Subscribe to show that you are a true Airsoft fan and a member of our happy family. And don't forget, the shoutouts are at the end of the video.
What's up guys, today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing an Airsoft gun we haven't done in a while. It's a Springer gun called the TSD Zombie Killer. Here's the front of the package, and there's nothing on the back, just styrofoam. Also, because this is a zombie killer, we have a little zombie target that we can shoot. So I'll open this up later. So included in the packaging, we have the gun itself. And we have these little plastic shells. We have 8 of them, I think. Yeah, we have 8 of these little plastic shells. They look like this. This little red piece here, I'm assuming this goes on the muzzle. Okay, yeah, to block it while you're not using, so you don't accidentally shoot something. So that's pretty cool. A little pack of BBs. I don't think it says what BBs it comes with. Oh no, it's 0.12 gram BBs, so that's good. And we have a warranty for it, a little safety card that says like just some basic rules, and we have the instruction manual. All right, so this comes with some targets, so these little paper targets, so you can tape this onto a cardboard box and actually shoot these. So that's good that it comes with some targets. A Q&A card, which is cool, in English and I think Chinese. For those of you that don't know, this is modeled after a Colt Python, and there are a lot of different versions. This is specifically modeled after the silver version with the 6-inch barrel. So I don't think they actually make the Python anymore. I think they stopped making it at least a couple years ago. But the reason this is called the Zombie Killer is because the Colt Python is the main gun that the main character of The Walking Dead, Rip Grimes, this is the main gun he uses in The Walking Dead. It's a really iconic gun in The Walking Dead, and this is modeled after it. This is a Springer gun, like I said before. How this works is you load these little shells with a BB, and you put the BB in this cylinder, and then you shoot it out. The gun is made mostly of plastic with some metal parts in it, but it doesn't feel like a cheap gun. There are a lot of Airsoft guns made out of plastic, and they just feel cheap. This feels like a high-quality gun. It feels like, even though it's a Springer, it feels like it'd be a high-quality gas-powered gun. It's pretty heavy. It has a lot of weight in the grip. I'm not sure why, but it just makes it feel more realistic. Let's go over the parts of the gun. We have the muzzle up here, which is painted orange. We have the front sight here with, I don't think that's a fiber optic. I think that's just a red piece of plastic, but it's to help you aim. We have a rear sight here. The cylinder here, the latch on here, you can pull back to push the cylinder out like this. We have an extractor rod for pushing out all the empty shells. We have the trigger right here, a guard on the bottom of the trigger, the grip here, a safety on the left side next to the trigger right here. So back is safe and forward is fire, like that. The rear sight up here is adjustable, if you're wondering. There's a screw up here, and you can turn it to make it go up and down for elevation. And there's also a really small screw on the side that you can adjust to move the sight left and right. So the rear sight is completely adjustable. And both of those screws are for flathead screwdrivers. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, the grip is not wood, it's plastic, but it looks pretty good. Some other things we have is some texturing on the wood to make it easier to grip onto. There's also texturing on the back of the hammer to make it easier to use. Now, another thing about this is it has a hop-up. Most newer Airsoft guns are coming with hop-ups now, and this one has one too. But it didn't say anything about adjusting it in the manual, so I don't think it's an adjustable hop-up. It's just set. The cylinder holds 8 rounds, or no, the cylinder holds 6 rounds and it comes with 8, so you get 2 extra, which is good if you lose any, so you can have some extras. I think that's about it. So I'm gonna be showing you how to use the gun. So what you do is you need to load the shell with the BBs. So you take a single BB and push it in the back, and you just push it to where it's flush with the back, like that. All you do is load it in the cylinder. So you push back this latch, push the cylinder out, and load the cartridge in, like that. Then all you do is you push the cylinder in, after you've loaded them all, of course. And there we go. Now all I need to do is cock the gun. And by the way, the cylinder turns right. You can see little engravings of bullets, and they point in the direction the cylinder turns. So these are pointing up, so if I cock it, you see it turned up like that. For any of you wondering, I'm pretty sure the real revolver is single and double action, but I think this is just single. If you try to use it like a double action gun and just pull the trigger, whoop, the cylinder will rotate, but it won't actually shoot. It doesn't cock the hammer and shoot it or anything. It can only actually be shot in single action, which is cocking it manually and pulling the trigger like that. And I want to talk about decocking the gun. You can decock it, kind of, because I have it cocked here and then I can do that. But I want to show you what happens if you try to do it with a round in. So I'm gonna load a live round in here. I can still decock it, but because it won't shoot it out, but because of the air going through, it'll still pop the BB out a little bit. So watch this. And it didn't pop out that time. It did actually pop it out a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend decocking it with a BB in because it'll just push it out. Another thing is you can't open the cylinder with it cocked. If I try here, it doesn't let me. And you also can't put the safety on if it's cocked. You have to have it decocked to use the safety. And if the safety's on, you can't cock it. You can't see it, we have like a makeshift like little BB catcher over here. It works. As you can see, because the shells sit flush, I can't pull them out with my fingers. So there's two ways to get them out. You can lean the gun backwards and let the shells fall out with gravity, or you can use this extractor here to pop them out and then push them out with your fingers like that. Another thing is, if you don't want to load the shell with the BB and then put the shell in the gun, you can have the shells in the gun and just load it like this by popping the BB in like that. We're going to be chronoing it now with 6mm BBs that weigh 0.12 grams. 140, 190, 150, 115, 77, 131. The max I had was 190, the minimum was 77, and the average is 133. Now we have the Zombie Hunter gel target. So let's check it out. Here's the front of the box. Here's the back. Here's how you set it up. First, you take this base tray and rotate it down, like that. And then you take the target and you push it down. And it should sit in the base tray. There we go. So now we have a stand. If you need extra support, there's this slider you can come out on the bottom, like this, and it gives it a little bit extra support from falling down. So you can set it down on a flat surface like this, or you can use this piece in the back to mount it on a wall and have it hang like that. There's also a gel surface here that's really sticky, so the BBs should stick to it. So if you're shooting indoors like me right now, and you can't have BBs going everywhere, this would be a very good target to get because the BBs just stick to it, and when you're done, you can take them off and throw them away. Also, there's a zombie in the background, which is appropriate for this gun, with some numbers, and I assume the numbers mean points. So let's see if the stickiness works. The BBs slowly roll to the bottom, but it doesn't really matter. It's actually kind of a good thing, so they can be collected in this tray. So, does its job. All right, let's do some target practice.
Hey Nerf Patrol, good luck fighting my new zombies. It is impossible for them to be destroyed by Nerf blasters.
Someone's at the door. This better not be the hacker again. Gotcha. Another one? How many zombies are there? Sounds like there's some more down there. I think that's all of them.
You got so lucky you had an airsoft gun, but I'm coming back for you, Nerf Patrol.
Here are my final thoughts. Overall, this is a very cool blaster because, one, it's from The Walking Dead, and it's a Colt Python. It just looks cool, first of all. You feel cool messing with the hammer and shooting it, and it's also really cool how it comes with these little shells. So it's not just putting a BB in. You put the BB and you put the shell in, which makes you feel even more cool. Would it be good in an airsoft war? I would definitely not recommend just using this because it doesn't shoot very far and it's not very powerful, so you're gonna have to get pretty close to someone to hit them with this, and you only have 6 rounds. However, if you were using a different gun and this was like your backup, like something to just keep with you, then this would be pretty good because let's say your main gun runs out of BBs and you need something to protect yourself when you're running around, then you can have this with you, so if someone gets close, you can shoot them. And this is pretty accurate. When I was shooting at the target, I was hitting the target every time, so it is pretty accurate. It just doesn't shoot very hard, and it's not very powerful. However, that is a good thing because since it's only 150 FPS, most fields will probably not give you any kind of engagement distance, so you can shoot people as close as you want. So, also it's a very fun gun, definitely fun, and it would probably be a pretty good prop for a short film or a movie. The target did what it's supposed to do. The BB stuck to it. They didn't bounce. Well, if you hit the plastic, it bounced off. I hit the plastic once or twice, but when they hit the gel it stuck on, did what it's supposed to do. I mean, I haven't used it very much because I just got it, but overall it seems like a really good target, and it's definitely good if you need to shoot indoors. Alright guys, it's shout out time.
The first shout out goes to Stanky's Brick Films. The next shout out goes to Alkthon Zing. The next shout out goes to Sniper Guy CODM. The next shout out goes to Weird Creeper. The next shout out goes to Crazy Eyes 20103 and Crazy Games 100. The next shout out goes to Drake Walker. The next shout out goes to Thomas Trajano 18. The next shout out goes to Rio Lopez. The next shout out goes to Gabriel's World. The next shout out goes to XYB Content. The next shout out goes to AHC Crafts. The next shout out goes to Giovanni Olivio. The next shout out goes to Jay Davis. The next shout out goes to Frankie Garcia. The next shout out goes to Sunny Salonga. The next shout out goes to McRocks No Commentary. The next shout out goes to WWEWR and Grandma. The next shout out goes to Kristen Harvey. The next shout out goes to Stuart. The next shout out goes to John Worth. The next shout out goes to Commander Josuel reporting for duty. The next shout out goes to Don Bluff. The next shout out goes to Call of Duty God Player. The next shout out goes to General Pess. The next shout out goes to Mateo Peck. The next shout out goes to Dason Patton. The next shout out goes to Tarnite Gaming. The next shout out goes to Custom Caleb. The next shout out goes to Allen Films. The next shout out goes to Skyfall Man 2.0. Hey bros, if you want a shout out, then go to the community tab on our channel and go to the most recent post and type I want a shout out.